On this episode of Drinking Made Easy, we visit Les Belles Provences. I hook up with a bearded mime. Really, I hook up with a bearded mime? We destroy some kitchen equipment, and Steve takes one for the team. It's Drinking Made Easy, Quebec City. I'm Zane Lamprey, and my job is to drink. I'm traveling around with my mascot, Steve McKenna, and my buddy, Pleplius, as we explore the local drinking cultures, customs, and cocktails. Along the way, we'll soak in the local flavor in an effort to make drinking easy. Along with being the provincial capital, Quebec is one of the oldest cities in North America. With a strong French influence, the city is filled with great food, beautiful architecture, and a bustling nightlife. And that is just what we're here to see. We begin our day at the Voodoo Supper Club, where, as you'll see, they serve up some of the area's freshest cocktails. Before I head into Voodoo, I meet up with the owner at their cigar bar downstairs for an infamous shot of Louis Trey. After that $200 sip, I hop behind the bar with Mike Guimont to get the lowdown on this posh hotspot. So why Voodoo?
We had a lot of statues from Africa, and we thought maybe with the bug of 2000, be very voodoo. And
so you named this place Voodoo after the Millennium Bug because you started in 1999.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. See, this is me listening. It's always been this?
Actually, we just redone everything like a year ago.
Okay.
And transformed to like a supper club.
A supper club is they come for supper and then they stay.
They stay.
And drink. And you guys do martinis.
Yes, lots of martinis.
So what's the name of the drink we're making today?
We're gonna make the Grand Alley Martini.
This is the street that runs past here. So let's make it. Before we can make the drink, we need to prepare the fresh ingredients. So I follow Mike back to the kitchen. The drink calls for strawberry puree and fresh rhubarb juice. So I start with the strawberries. While we work, I ask Mike about his inspiration behind this seasonal drink. So you invented this drink based on what was available?
Yes, like my grandmother used to make like pie with rhubarb and strawberries.
These strawberries are ready to be cooked, so the chef throws them in a pot with some sugar. And after they're cooked, we help the chef finish the strawberry puree. Then we juice some local rhubarb. That does not sound good. Let it get up to speed.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
We have plenty.
Sorry, chef. With the juicer broken, we head back to the bar. You know what happened back there?
No.
You're a mime, you can't talk. Mike broke the juicer. Steve is a terrible mime.
So enjoy your cocktail, be the last one.
Yeah. The Grand Alley Martini is made with Ungava gin, apple brandy, strawberry puree, and rhubarb juice. Start by putting ice into a martini glass. Then add locally made Ungava gin, some local apple brandy, strawberry puree, and our freshly made rhubarb juice. Shake and pour. That looks very good. Then top off the drink with a skewered strawberry and fried and sugared rhubarb.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Santé.
Something.
Santé.
That's really nice. Steven.
It's good street.
You're a mime. Wow. Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, we smoke a bottle.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy in Quebec, Canada. I'm here with Steve. How you doing?
Hi, Zane.
For a list of the locations we went to in this episode, go to drinkingmadeeasy.com. High five. We are soaking up the local drinking culture, and our next stop is Quebec City's oldest microbrewery. For more than 20 years, Le Nom Master Brasseur has been providing Quebec City with fresh, European-style craft beer. And with one of Quebec City's most popular terraces, Le Nom is one of the best places around to enjoy a fresh cold brew. I meet up with Jean-Sébastien Côté, who agrees to let us try whatever we want as long as we help him filter some beer. But before I get to work, I need a drink, so I start with the Trois de Pique. First brewed in 1990, The English Red Ale is one of the brewery's flagship beers, and their oldest, Troublefite.
Trouble Party?
Yes.
The Trouble Party is a Belgian-inspired white ale, but Leno changes it up by serving it with a lime to make it more refreshing.
Wheat beer with orange peel and coriander.
What are you doing?
Even without speaking, Steve can disrupt the scene.
Oh, gosh, he needs a Trouble Party. For some reason, yeah, go for it. That's the Trouble Party. The big one.
Given a choice, Steve will always choose the bigger glass.
I think that you're a Trouble Party. Yes. He can't talk because he's a mime.
Jean-Sebastian pours him an imperial pint of the Trouble Party.
And clearly has 0 hours of miming experience.
Now that we all have beers, it's time to delve into their history.
This is the first brew pub in Quebec City.
Yes.
When did you guys open?
1987. The owner, they used to brew their own beer in their basement.
Okay.
They decided, let's make it bigger. Let's brew it and sell it to everyone.
So it started in the basement, and then it became a brew pub.
Yes.
But the craft beer explosion that's happening in the States is also happening here?
Yeah, here there's a microbrewery all over the province opening every year.
How many brew pubs and microbreweries are there?
In the city there's 7, and in the province we're close to 90.
Now, can we drink from the tap downstairs?
Not from the tap, but from the filter machine.
Can we drink from something downstairs?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So we should probably finish these and leave these here.
Yes.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
to filtered beer.
Yeah.
So we finish our beers and head down to the basement where we help Jean-Sebastian filter the Trois de Pique.
Now, the purpose of this is to take out the cloudiness.
Yes.
Before we can filter the beer, we need to pack these stainless steel panels with diatomaceous earth. This will create a super fine filter. So I turn the filter on and Jean-Sebastian adds water.
When do we drink it?
A couple of minutes.
Okay.
We put on these super cool masks.
You don't want to breathe it.
Then I add diatomaceous earth.
Yeah, that's good.
Diatomaceous earth is a naturally occurring sedimentary rock that's easily ground into a fine powder, which makes it a perfect filtration aid. The mixture cycles until all of the diatomaceous earth is packed into the filter. We all know the filters are coated when the water turns clear. I dip in for a sample of the water, and it's clear, which means
We're ready for beer. 1, 2, 3, beer. Whoa.
I let the beer out of the tank, and it finds its way into the filter.
So you see the beer here?
Now the beer is cycled through the packed steel panels, removing the sediment and leaving the beer crystal clear. Little quality control.
Yeah, we're there.
We're there?
Yeah.
Not that we don't trust him, but Steve and I decided we probably should do our own quality control as well.
Yes. Cheers.
C'est magnifique. Now that the beer is up to our standards, we open the valve and let it fill the bright tanks, which lead directly to the taps. That is full circle. And speaking of circle, our next stop is part bar, part art house. Boasting a 2,000-bottle wine cellar, the Cirque offers up everything from live music to art exhibitions. But what I'm here for is their handcrafted cocktail. I've been told that Etienne Michaud is the man in charge of drinks, so I asked him to fill us in on what's going down at Le Cirque.
Am I saying it right? Le Cirque?
Yeah,
Le Circle.
Le Cercle.
Le Cercle. So this is the bar and the restaurant. Over
Yeah.
there is mostly live music.
Yeah, live
Okay.
music almost every night.
Okay. And so over here, you guys do mixology.
Yeah,
You try to put your signature on an existing cocktail.
yeah.
Steve's thirsty.
The mime is correct. Enough talking, time to start drinking. Etienne will be showing us how to make a locally inspired cocktail called the 3 Roses and a Tux, which is made with Ungava gin, lemon juice, birch syrup, red rose petal smoke, sparkling apple juice, and cardamom bitters. For this drink, we'll need 3 old-fashioned glasses. I start with the locally made Ungava gin.
Made with indigenous herbs from Quebec.
Ground juniper, Labrador tea, crowberry, cloudberry. You have cloudberries around. Have you ever eaten a cloudberry before? It sounds dreamy.
Into a Yari mixing glass, I pour the local gin,
That's enough.
More? Oh, that's
Yeah,
enough. Okay,
yeah,
I thought you were saying not enough.
More than enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
followed by lemon juice, birch syrup,
About 1/3 of an ounce, actually. Yeah.
give it a stir,
Now you gotta smoke the bottle right there.
What?
You gotta smoke that bottle.
oh, smoke the bottle. I put red rose petals into a vaporizer like the one Steve uses for tobacco. Yeah, right. In French, a tux is known as a smoking jacket.
And you smoke it.
Yeah, man. Hence, the smoked bottle. Etienne covers the bottle to keep the smoke from escaping. And of course, the mime asks for a hit.
Horrible.
Horrible mime. Horrible mime. Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, the six-pack challenge. Ow! Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy in Quebec City. If you want to follow us on Twitter, then follow us on Twitter. Go to twitter.com/Zane Lamprey or twitter.com/ the worst mime ever in the world. We're sipping drinks in La Ville Capitale, and our next stop is in the village of Sainte-Famille. So we take a quick drive out to this 150-acre estate. With 5,000 vines and 4,000 apple trees in production, Domaine de la Source à Marguerite produces several award-winning wines and ciders. Marcel Marceau Stupid and I sit down with Diane Dion to discuss the secret behind their successful wines. And what better way to get started than by tasting one of their staple apple wines, Sur le Couteau du Mitan. You let me know when, Steve.
He doesn't talk, but he drinks. You have a nice apple nose.
This tastes very similar to a sparkling cider, just without the bubbles in a way, right?
Yeah, exact.
Okay.
Exact.
What do you think? Good? It's so difficult for him not to talk.
The main thing is that he drinks.
Oh, yeah. He does that fine. Wonderful. The apple wine is great, but I'm here for something truly local, so I ask about their famous ice cider. Diane explains the process of making this truly Canadian libation.
So January, February, beginning of March, we make the ice cider with the apple.
The apples stay on the tree?
Yes, they stay on the tree.
And they don't fall?
They don't fall because those are varieties that get ready to eat in October. Okay. So we just let them on the tree. And since it is very cold here in November, it freezes, so they just freeze on the tree. They don't have the time to fall.
They freeze, and they get stuck to the tree, basically, and they become this hard ice frozen fruit.
Yes, they have to stay there a very long time because the water must go out from the fruit.
Got it.
Those products are sweet because this is a natural concentration of the sugars. So what it means is that we need more fruits to get the amount of juice that we want. And secondly, you must press them frozen.
Okay.
Which is very difficult because the fruit is hard like rock, which are Canada's specialty. And in Quebec, our specialty is the apple.
He wants to drink it now. That's a good idea. Again, the mime is right. Less talking, more drinking. So I pour up some ice cider.
This is very nice.
Chin chin?
Chin chin.
What does chin chin mean?
Santé.
Santé? All right, way to go. So a little sweeter, slightly more viscosity. You can taste the apple. It's not too sweet, it's not too dry, but it's the same sweetness as an apple.
Yeah, because you must remember that what the cold does is that it concentrates all the products that are in the apple. So it concentrates the acidity as well. And it's very nice with cheese, with the salty cheese, for example, but we use it a lot with foie gras.
In order to get the full experience, Diane suggests I pair their iced wine with some local foie gras. I'm from California. I don't think that I'm allowed to. Am I allowed to eat it? Will I be allowed back in California?
Just like a spread.
Thank you.
Foie gras with ice cider. This is our specialty. Christmas, New Year's Eve, for special occasions.
Or when you get to sit down with a mime. Very rich. So the fattiness of this brings out the sweetness of this, right? Chin chin. You want some more? You serve mimes here?
Yeah.
Okay. We hop on a tractor and head out to the back 40 for the six-pack challenge. And the challenge is all about apples. Apples!
Oh, sorry.
Today, the boys are picking apples. The rules are simple. You can't pick from the same tree twice, and the first to fill their bushel is the winner. Lamprey and the mime take their marks, and they're off. McKenna and Lamprey go right to work. But Lamprey is the first one to the tree and the first one back to the bushel. Heading to the second tree, Lamprey has the lead. McKenna's taking this challenge seriously, and he takes the lead heading into tree 3. Lamprey heads back for some apple ammunition, slowing him down. Attempting to distract McKenna, Lamprey bombs him with an apple. McKenna thinks about firing one at Lamprey, but decides to put it in his bushel. Lamprey fires an apple through the trees, narrowly missing McKenna. Lamprey makes it back to the trees first. In retaliation, McKenna chucks an apple at Lamprey, hitting him in the arm. McKenna lobs one over the row, hitting Lamprey in the hand and causing him to drop some apples. Looking at the replay, McKenna hits Lamprey right in the apple. The race is close with both bushels half full. With an armful, McKenna takes the lead. The race is proving to be difficult with both competitors breathing like smokers walking up a staircase. Faking out McKenna, Lamprey sneaks back to the bushels where he takes some drastic measures, otherwise known as cheating. And Lamprey takes the lead. Sort of. The apple war continues as Lamprey dodges another McKenna attack. Lamprey fires back, hitting McKenna in the hip. McKenna runs back to the wagon where Lamprey is waiting to ambush. McKenna cheats a little himself, making this a very honest competition. Sensing another Lamprey attack, McKenna gets a preemptive strike, hitting Lamprey in the hands, again causing him to lose some apples. McKenna dumps in his last handful, claiming the victory in today's six-pack challenge. But in a competition of cheaters, it's difficult to declare a winner.
Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, Steve's foaming at the mouth. Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy in Quebec, Canada. For a list of the... Oh, it's horrible. DrinkingMadeEasy.com. We are drinking our way through Quebec City, and our next stop is at the Boudoir Lounge. Located in the historic Saint Roch district, the lounge houses one of the city's most popular nightclubs, and its cocktail bar is at the forefront of mixology. With the help of Boudoir's owner, Jan Bouchard, we make his latest creation, the Nordic Martini.
When you started, they didn't call it mixology. They just called it...
Cocktail expert. Yeah, in London, yeah.
Wow.
Bartenders were pouring beers and making rum and coke, and cocktail experts were making cocktails.
So you have people that are bartenders, and they're tending the bar and doing the quick drinks.
Yeah.
Over here, there's the mixologist. Oh yeah, he wants to start drinking.
The Nordic Martini is made with Canadian whiskey, blueberry juice, maple syrup, lemon juice, rosemary, apple brandy, iced cider, apple juice, egg white, and a fresh vanilla pod. Start by pouring Canadian whiskey into a mixing glass.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, a bit more.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's it.
I've never been guilty of underpouring. This is embarrassing.
Now add blueberry juice.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Maple syrup.
This is so Canadian.
It is.
That they put your flag
Everywhere.
right there.
Yeah.
Then fresh squeezed lemon juice.
Oh, good catch.
He's a mime. There are certain things that mimes are good at.
Perfect.
Catching isn't one of those. Then add rosemary,
There we go.
shake, and double strain into a martini glass.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now try to make 2 drinks.
Okay.
You know? One going on at the bottom and a foamy one going on top.
To make the foamy drink on top, I poured locally made apple brandy into a gas canister, followed by local iced cider,
He's a mime.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knows mimes love to drink.
apple juice,
There's no alcohol in it.
egg white, and a fresh vanilla pod. To turn the liquid into foam, I charge the canister with CO2. Then shake to infuse the gas into the liquid. Then I test it out.
So it's a little too much. So ease off or we're good? Okay, so a little less.
So we ease off a bit and top the martinis.
All over the top. Perfect.
This one is the mimes. Okay.
Then garnish with fresh blueberries.
Chin chin.
Cheers.
Hopefully, with this last drink of the night, we can finally put this mime business to rest.
There's a sipper. Steve, you can just... He's yours to keep.
Oh, really?
Congratulations.
Okay.
Check us out on Facebook and at drinkingmadeeasy.com.